everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Missing Link C-01N Nemesis Prime. You can see them there in front of the box. We could say, go ahead and put them off to the side real quick and take a look at said box. And yes, it is a Missing Link box you got, except in purple now because of the first Destron. Yeah, I got C-01N, which looks a lot like coin. You got the Transformers logo in Japanese right there, the Decepticon symbol. Well, okay, like the recolored artwork of Convoy into Nemesis Prime, Takara Tomy, and T-Spark, and it says right there, Desutron, and of course, yeah, Nemesis Prime, and of course the window, you can see the styrofoam there, and the little picture of the toy right there, and the Missing Link logo, and on top you have the Transformers logo and pictures of the toy, including the replicating the classic Convoy pose. Of course, you got pictures of the toy on this side. On this side, you have more pictures of the toy. On the bottom, you have some warnings and details and copyrights and ages 15 and up because not for children. And of course, on the back, you have, hey, look, there's some Transformers detail stuff, and of course, the old classic artwork plus the bio with the little tech spec thing, which of course is compatible with the little tech spec decoder that's included in the box, which you can use that. And hey, there you go for that. So there's the box. And included in the box, of course, are the usual suspects, which are, of course, you got the product catalog right here, which is a new one because now, okay, look, it's advertising that Destrons, I guess, are in there. A bunch of the, figures have already released. Hey, look, there's a preview of Ultra Magnus and Delta Magnus, who are, well, Ultra Magnus is already out. I believe will be hitting at this very shortly after I put this review out. Although I won't be, unfortunately, we'll get it for a bit just because of where I ordered it. And, of course, in the previous releases, including, of course, Nemesis Prime there. So there's that little thing. There, of course, you have the instructions, which are pretty straightforward because, well, yeah, it's a Missing Link toy, which means it's based on G1 toy, which means it's not exactly particularly difficult to deal with. And, of course, you have the bio card thingy or whatever with his Nemesis Prime. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not Black Convoy. Yeah, and Destron, everything. And, of course, you have more stuff on the back, including the wireframe, and you have the sticker sheet if you want to go ahead and put stickers on Nemesis Prime there. But they're pretty much entirely optional because a lot of this stuff is already on all of the details are already on the figure, so kind of, yeah, completely optional. So there's all of that. So Nemesis Prime, the big thing here is apparently in the bio, I didn't mention it, but yeah, apparently in the bio, supposedly this Nemesis Prime here is built from the remnants of the crashed, Decepticon ship, the Nemesis, which recently was established as female. So this Nemesis Prime is either female or transmask. So either way, good for them. So yeah, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Anyway, which way? It is a G1 Nemesis Prime, which we haven't really gotten before other than Masterpiece, with MP01B, MP10B, and MP49. But this is the first time we've seen an official Nemesis Prime using the classic, well, G1 toy, sort of. And yeah, it looks great. You got this black truck mode. You got the gray trailer instead of the black trailer, which a lot of people were expecting, but still looks good. You got the Decepticon symbol and the teal striping right there. You got the teal stripe right there on the cab itself. The Decepticon symbol, the red, actually kind of pinkish windows of anything. Well, they kind of look a little purpley sometimes because of the silver behind them. And yeah, you got all that chrome stuff and everything that rolls well. All that stuff. And you hear stuff probably sloshing around there because, yeah, I'm trying to make this a little bit faster because, again, this is a straight repaint. Yeah, you got, of course, the rub sign, which some people have reported the rub sign. It was the Autobot one, but thankfully mine. Hopefully it'll show up real fast. Yeah, it is Decepticon. I just can't get it to show up for some reason. Yeah, one thing I will definitely report, which is different, because yeah, it's pretty much the same mold. The only thing, it is a straight repaint, so everything is identical, other than color. The other thing is, I will say that the legs do hold together slightly better than my Convoy. They're still not perfect, but they do hold together in truck mode slightly better than on a Convoy. So there is that. Of course, yeah, I'll get to the other accessory stuff in the robot mode, but yeah, it does come with, several things, including sprues of parts and its axe and gun and roller and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty good, yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty good little truck mode and everything. And all that's detailed, all the details still there. And yeah, of course, real quick, Missing Link Convoy, right there. You can see, yeah, you can see again. You can see the difference in the gray trailers, but you can see the difference in the red and the black right there. Everything. Difference in the matrix. That's the only other major change I would think. Actually, even that, yeah, is well, the matrix is a different color. Purple, silver or the purple gem instead of gold or the blue gem. Yeah, still have the matrix. They're both still removable. You can still use the Diaclone seat, which I can show off now. So if I can get this out. Yeah, pull that out. There's the little guy that came with Sunstreaker. And yeah. Compatible, if you want, you know, compatible. Right there. So there's that. Oop. And right there, you can still compatible, still can drive in there. There you go. And of course, the matrix is removable. Can't really hold it worth beans, but you know, it's removable. There you go. There you go on that. Yeah, so transformer real quick. Yeah, I'm not going to do the whole fast forwarding thing because it's still very simple. You know, the whole process is still very simple, just like the original Missing Link, because it is based on a G1 toy. So nothing here is too nothing here really is surprising. It's exactly what you expect it to be, regardless. Yeah. So yeah. There's Nemesis Prime. Robot mode. And yeah, it is a black repaint. It still, you know, still looks pretty good overall. It still looks really nice. You got the Decepticon symbols and everything, the smokestacks, which yeah, I didn't mention this in the Missing Link convoy, but yeah, you can rotate them and turn them forward like this, although that kind of made a little bit of a scary sound when I did that. Yeah, both of them can do that. All the posability is the same with the, you know, all the new posability added with the Missing Link stuff, including that being clicky. I do feel like that was a little bit easier to move on this version than the convoy, but yeah, everything's, all the posability from the convoy is still there. All the nice little details are picked out still with the tampos and everything. Very nice metallic teals. I will say that the teals are gorgeous on this. I will say that there's very gorgeous teal paint work. Very metallic, very nice looking. I really rather like that. Yeah, and of course, yeah, the weapons are still the same, although the axe is a nice pinkish color. It's not red, but it is this pinkish color, which I guess Tara's pretty insistent on. So that still works the same. You know, so you still got all the posability there. And of course, yeah, you have the trailer still works the same. Everything is still fully functional. It still has the thing where it's like, just like the convoy version, it does the whole, it's very difficult to actually get it separated, but yeah, that's nice. You got to see, that's the cool thing is, you know, the interior, you got the black highlights and everything, the black detail to say this, yeah, this guy is, you know, black with the pink window. Those can still fire and you can lose them. Yeah, you know, you can still fire those. You know, there's 4 on the sprue. The wheel, you know, roller here looks real great because, you know, you got the whole teal, again, the metallic teal and everything. Of course, you still got to snip the wheels off the sprue and get those attached. That's still there. They can plug in those things. That's still, unfortunately, they tell you to put the gun here, but you can't really close the trailer up when you have the gun plugged in there. So you know, if I'm going to store the gun away, I'm going to put it in one of these holes and they'll put that up there, even though they tell you to put that here. But of course, you still can't launch roller. You just have to roll it. This can still separate, as you can see. This can still slide forward and separate, has its own wheels, can still roll like that. Yeah, you can close it up and, you know, have this either pointing out the front of the trailer through that hole or front of the top of the trailer. All that stuff's still there. So yeah, it's still really good looking. It's still a good thing. And of course, yeah, the other thing, which is, I can show this off again, which is roller has 4 Diaclone seats. You can put a little Diaclone man or equivalent in the little seat. Little tab things are supposed to kind of keep it from moving, but they don't really work that well. Yeah, those little tab things are supposed to keep it from moving around too much, but they don't work super well. But not the end of the world. Yeah, you can see that. So there's all that. So, oh yeah, quick interjection here. I completely forgot. I was trying to fly through this. The measurements for Nemesis Prime here. Height is 6 1/4 inches or 15.9 centimeters in robot mode here. The length in vehicle mode, the cab by itself is 4 7/16 inches or 12.5 centimeters. The cab and trailer is 3/8 inches or 31.4 centimeters, and the trailer by itself is 9 inches or 22.8 centimeters. The weight, just the figure, is 5.9 ounces or 768 grams, and the trailer is 12.3 ounces or 348 grams. So there you go. Yeah, that's That's Missing Link. Nemesis Prime as a whole, you can see again, getting comparisons. Again, there's two of the guns the same, but the, different colors and everything. Other than that, still look both really good. Still everything, you can see the paintwork is, that's the color's the only difference. Everything else is identical molding wise. They haven't tweaked anything. And then possibly the fit and on the legs for truck mode. There's that. Trailers are still the same. You still have the rotating little back end, so you can plug stuff into the top of roller if you want, including roller can, I believe. I think can tow the trailer. Maybe not. No. Regardless, yeah, you still have all that stuff. You can see the trailers there, the base modes. They can still stand upright if you want, for the repair bay mode. I'm going to try to get through this real fast just because, yeah, it's a repaint. I'm trying to make this so repaints go faster in general, so hopefully that's the case here. But yeah, you can see, yeah, that's Missing Link Nemesis Prime. Still really good toy. I believe the weird thing is, even with all the tariffs and all the, rising shipping costs and everything, I believe Nemesis Prime here actually costs slightly less than Convoy. So yeah, it's a good deal for sure. The mold's still good. Everything's good on that. It's still a fun toy, just in black now, which I'm very happy with. I know, they retooled it slightly for Magnus because particularly for the feet. Yeah, it's still just an excellent toy all around, and yeah. If you liked Convoy, you might like Nemesis Prime. If you didn't get Convoy, you might want to consider getting Nemesis Prime. Regardless, it's a good toy, looks good. They did some fantastic work with the teal. And they actually, I think, they made a smart play with making the trailer gray, but a different shade of gray. And just makes it so it's not a sea of black. So, there you go. Good toy. Pick it up. Pick her up if you want, or don't. Do what you will, but it's basically much more of the same when it comes to Convoy. It's more of the same, just a new color. Just now it comes in black. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.